I took a stroll down to the seafront yesterday. It was a Sunday, and where I live down by the coast on the south east of England, and it was a bit of a dull day. It wasn't very windy, but it was, mild. It was all right, but it was a bit grey. We've had grey days down here for as long as I can remember. In fact, I can't actually remember the last time the sun managed to peek out and give any kind of warmth. So if you're in that sort of condition yourself, make sure you take plenty of vitamin D, because we need the sunshine. But anyways, I was walking down, I was interested because it's always nice to see people out and about down on the seafront, see what they're doing and see how happy they look. Well, I can tell you that people didn't look very happy at all. In fact, people were looking incredibly miserable. And I thought, well, there's a lot of misery in the world, is there not? And especially the policies that come out from Number 10 is enough to make you miserable. But I looked at people, they were dressed very drably. I've spoken about that before. People seemed to be huddled. They had lines on their faces. They just seemed to be down, just worn down. And I thought to myself, why is this? Well, I think we all can realise why it is, especially my audience. You all know what's going on. But the great outdoors, the great people out there walking about who may not know of the agendas and all the shenanigans which are going on behind the scenes, which many of us have been delving into, they may not know that, but they certainly feel it. It's as if the spirit has been taken out of them. They have been worn down. And this isn't good, because in many ways this is a spiritual war. And people are just looking haggard, they're tired, they're depressed, they're worried. They're not bouncing about like we should be in life. This wonderful gift of the land that we live on, these amazing bodies that we've been given, there should be joy and abundance. If we had a government, for example, that was actually on our side, we wouldn't have all the weird stuff that's going on, surely. I mean, we only have to look at some of the policies and think, hang on a minute, why would such a government not be trying to help us, to raise our spirits, to keep us happy, to help us do the things that we want, rather than always take. No, we can't. You can't have that. We must have this. You've got to do that. Obey this, obey that. That doesn't seem to me sit well with a kind, nice, benevolent government, which many of people have voted in. Now, I didn't attend any of the voting whatsoever, because I understood that if you take part in the game, no matter who wins at the game, you've acquiesced. I did mention it before people went to the voting booths, but people seem to just shout me down and say, no, you've got to vote for someone. Well, there you are. Now you've got someone. And you have to agree that they won and what they say now goes, because that's what you've acquiesced in. And you can see that people are very miserable about that. People have been marching and organising protests or petitions and this sort of thing, going, well, we're not very happy about all this. They've been worn down. They have indeed. And this is why I think the spirit is being attacked, to keep us low, to keep us thinking, what's the point? What's the point of trying? What's the point of standing tall and giving it our best? But that is, it seems to me, that is what they want. They want us to give up, to just shuffle along, to be downtrodden, to remain small. Well, that's not good enough. I think we're better than that, and I think that we have the fight burning deep inside us, and I think that we can win this spiritual war by ignoring them, by ignoring their nonsense, and by walking tall, by smiling. Smile at someone else as you walk along. Smile a while, and while you smile, another smiles. And soon there's miles and miles of smiles because you smiled. It's that little ripple effect, the effect of chucking a tiny stone into a pond and seeing it ripple out. If we can walk tall, if we can smile, if we can shake off the worries and say, well, okay, there are these problems, that's sure, but I'm not going to let it worry me. I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm going to stay happy. I'm going to stay proud and walk with purpose and get off my bottom and do something. It hasn't got to be anything big and major, as I say, just a simple smile or a laugh, or turning your back on the worries, making out none of this really bothers me, because that's one thing they don't like. They want to see the effect their policies having on us. But if we laugh and we smile and we go, oh, You're trying that old ruse, are you? That's very good, but it won't wash. It won't wash with me, thanks very much, because you won't get to my spirit. You won't wear me down, because we're better than that. We are real living people. We have a soul, we have a heart, and we have love all around us. And this is the way that we can win the nonsense that is pushed on us. Walk tall, my friends, and don't let any of this drain your spirit.